Hello, it's me, Ultramano. Welcome to my review of Kenzo Jungle. Are you supposed to say Lolifant? I don't know. L'elephant. Jungle the elephant, I guess it is. It's one of two fragrances they did that kind of look similar but don't smell as similar at all. It's a really gorgeous one, and I'm dedicating this review to a subscriber of mine, Georgios Maras. I hope I said that right. Thanks for subscribing. I know this is your signature and I bet you rock it. It's a really cool perfume, and thanks to you reviving it in my memory, it's now on my want list. I used to have a mini of it, a little mini cute one, and when I wore it, it was about, I don't know, 10 years ago I think. It didn't take me as much as it has now. I knew that I liked it, but it was never really something that I wanted, but I appreciate it for what it is now. I've been wearing it for 2 days and I'm kind of familiar with it, so why not review it? This one's for you. So it came out in 1996. It's an oriental spicy, and is it spicy? Yes. I'll give you the notes. It's got a really interesting set of notes to it, and it doesn't smell like anything that I own or have smelled before, so I want it just to slot perfectly into my collection as a standalone fragrance, and the bottle is really cool as well. So the top notes are Mandarin, Clove and cumin. You already have 2 spices, there's a lot more coming. The heart notes are caraway, cardamom, gardenia, heliotrope, ylang-ylang, mango and licorice, which is a really interesting note. I always think that's kind of weird but cool in fragrances. And then the base is quite typical, it's vanilla, amber and patchouli. So yeah, I will mention the strength of this and the circumference that it gives. It's a huge fragrance, and the way that it wafts is perfection. I think it throws out at perfect moments, it seems, and in the perfect amount. It's like it's trained to know what to do. So anyway, the opening of it, it's really interesting. It's a mixture to me of oranges, which would be the mandarin, and spices. It kind of smells to me like a Christmas candle, and in a good way, that's not in a bad way. If you could take the best of what a Christmas candle is and make it into something wearable, that's what I think this is. It's immediately sweet, and you can feel that there's something smooth underneath waiting to come through, but it's clove. Clove I always try and steer clear of in fragrances, and this one has completely bowled me over, and I'm going to say this is the nicest clove perfume I've ever smelled thus far. Yeah, it's really cool in the opening. The candle-esque kind of smell doesn't stay for too long. That does switch, and it starts to immediately smooth out, so it kind of blends together really well quite quickly. But you're hit with a lot of spices and orange straight away, which is what makes me think of cooking. It does have a gourmand edge to it, because there's a lot of vanilla in this. Even though you've got amber and patchouli in the base, the vanilla seems to prevail the whole time. It just softens down all of those things that could be quite harsh, like gardenia and caraway, all the spices. It's lovely. It's got a powderiness to it coming from the heliotrope, which is also softening all of those spices down. It's like those notes are taming it down. It would have been probably something awful if it wasn't paired together with these beautiful notes that it has. So that's the opening. As I said, it does feel a little bit gourmandy. It's almost a little bit like a cookies. I don't know, it shouldn't be, but it is. It should be called a spicy gourmand, I would say, not oriental. But yeah, when it's kind of in the drying stages, when it's about halfway into drying down, it does bring out this really strong tone of what I can only describe as like pencil shavings. So there's a real kind of authentic woodiness to this, even though it's still softened by a lot of vanilla with like these fuzzy spices in the background. It does go through that, and that's really interesting to me, and I only smell that when I smell it like this. When it's in the air, it completely softens into this vanilla-y spiciness. But yeah, there's this moment where it feels like there's real wood in this, and I don't know what that is. It must be just the concoction of all of these kind of dry spicy notes. Anyway, that's really interesting. As I said, the vanilla stays the whole time, and when it gets to completely dry, the way this perfume comes together is, I think, absolute perfection. When it settles down into what it's supposed to be, then it's just a winner. It stays like that for ages and ages and ages and ages. It just becomes a very manageable but still really strong, soft vanilla with these spices just kind of bubbling away in the background, and you lose all of that kind of Christmassy feel, and it turns a little bit more gourmand as well. So it's a really interesting perfume if you're a real gourmand lover. I mean, like cookie, cupcake gourmand lover, and you want to try something a little like a next level up, maybe outside of your gourmandy little box that you might be in, you might not be, then this might be a really good one. This would be a really good nighttime scent, and this is now definitely on my want list. I'm going to get it because the quality of it's amazing, it lasts for ages, it's unusual, and it's garnered me quite a lot of compliments today. So winner. I've only got a little bit. Oh, and thank you so much to Smile for the Camera, because you sent me this. What was it, Julia Caesaris? Smile for the Camera, thank you so much. You sent me this ages ago, and I'm just getting around to reviewing it now. So, also Georgios Maras, have a nice weekend, and carry on rocking this perfume, it's amazing. I am on holiday from tomorrow for 2 weeks, but I'm still going to upload reviews from somewhere in Florida, I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.